Good morning, Sarah. Check it out. John got the beam wrapped. Don't look at the rest of the mess. Don't see it. And we got the door put on. Woohoo! And we got the rest of the wood to do the trim around the baseboard trim. And something else, but I can't remember. Oh, wrap this beam too. Yes, very exciting times over here. And clearly I have a lot of work to catch up on. I swear, just yesterday this was all clean. Have a good day.
Just so you know, you're like
Love you, bye.
Love you too.
Being frugal here. Look at all the oil that's left in your bottles. Do you see all that across the top of the water? So my friend showed me this trick. You take the tops off the bottles and you take the dropper part out of the bottle and then you soak them all in water and then you can put that in your diffuser. These are all oils that we put in together. I have On Guard, peppermint, lemon, and a lime. So I'm gonna go put them in the diffuser. Good morning, handsome boy. You ready to wake up? Yeah, let's check how much feeds you have left. Got a little bit left. Good. Open the curtain. You ready to get your day started? All right, let's go. Good morning! Welcome to another episode of Weekends with the Newswingers. If you're new to our very, very tiny little channel, I am Danielle, and this is Izzy. Hey, don't put the mask in your eyeball. And we have no idea what we're getting into this weekend. Weekends around here look different than probably a lot of people's weekends. They're usually pretty slow for us. We're not allowed to have nursing on the weekend, which is fine. But it does kind of cut down on the things that we're able to do, especially with the way that Izzy's health has been lately. So Saturdays are usually just like me and the kids hanging out, trying to do some light cleaning. I try not to do a whole lot of cleaning when it's just me and the kids because then they get bored real quick. But I'm hoping we can do some crafts today. And if you have seen any of our other videos, you know that every morning starts the same for us. Izzy gets up, we turn off his CPAP, which he had on earlier, which is right there. We also disconnect it so he can air out during the day. And then he gets 3 nebs every single morning and some chest PT so we kind of knock out the stuff that's in his lungs. We suction him out. Also gets inhalers, nasal spray, mouth spray. We also put a syringe into his feeding tube that goes into his belly and let out any air or any extra junk that might have accumulated overnight so that way he doesn't throw up. And then we do his oils and get him dressed and get him out in his chair. So that is all in other videos if you are interested to see how that is all done. But like I said, we don't really have any plans this weekend, but it's been a while since we made a video. Oh goodness, I think it's been like 3 weeks, and that is because, well, actually I did make a video, but it was 3 weeks ago, and I was like, there's no point editing it and putting it up now. It's a long time ago. But unfortunately, so my daughter had gotten sick at the last video, and then I had gotten it from her, and then Izzy got it. And it took him a long time to get over it. And then she got it back again. So I don't know if the whole virus itself is like a cyclical virus, like if everybody eventually gets it back, or if it's just my daughter is super lucky. Thankfully, this time her symptoms weren't as bad, but her fever was higher. So she just got over that. So I know I have a lot of cleaning to catch up on this week, from this week to catch up on today. So yeah, just come hang out with us for the weekend. See how things roll around here. I'd love to hear what you guys do over the weekends. Drop it down in the comments below. And don't forget, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button. And if you have any suggestions about things you'd like to see, if you're more interested in seeing like the nitty gritty of how Izzy's day goes and like how you do chest PT, how you do sectioning. If you do, just leave that in the comments. I'll be glad to make a video about that. Just thought I'd catch you guys up on last week with Izzy as well. So he had finally gotten over that nasty virus that has been going around, the one that his sister had and then I had and he had, with the fevers and just like tons of congestion, and then you get all the junk in your lungs and usually ear infections go with it. He had finally gotten over that without any antibiotics. I was so proud of him. But then, unfortunately, he had started with really, really high heart rate, which usually indicates an infection somewhere. And he was clearly having some pain, which also the high heart rate indicates pain. Couldn't pinpoint any specific thing. And every day was just a little bit higher than the day before. So it started on Tuesday. And by Friday, his temperature had been up by 2 degrees, which is a lot for him. His heart rate was double its normal, which is a lot. So we took him to the doctor and couldn't pinpoint any one specific area of infection. So we went with assuming it's a sinus and ear infection. So we're treating him for that. And after 12 hours on the antibiotic, everything like came back down to normal. So hopefully that antibiotic is the correct one and we pinpointed the right infection. But also while we were there, he had a wet diaper, which was awesome, but there was a drop of blood in the diaper. So we automatically have to do a culture when that happens. So we actually have not gotten the results back, which I'm assuming means that they're fine, because this is Saturday now and it was Friday of last week, and it usually takes till about Tuesday or Wednesday to get the results back. The preliminary, I hate that word, I always mess it up. So those results were normal for what you would see in a kid who gets cath intermittently, which there's always going to be bacteria in there, so you just have to know which bacteria you're looking for, what amount you're looking for. It's not the same as what you would look for in a typical child. So, it's been quite a winter over here. And I can't imagine what it would be like if we weren't doing our oils and our vitamins, and, you know, we do hand washing constantly, we have our diffusers running, we wear our oils, you know, we do all that kind of stuff. So I can't imagine what it would have been like if we didn't do that. It's snowing! That's super exciting. Apparently it's been snowing. Look at all the snow in my neighbor's driveway. They are calling for anywhere from a couple inches to, I heard, up to a foot, but I doubt that.
Why don't crabs like to share?
Why don't crabs like to share?
Because they're shellfish.
Yeah, they're shellfish. Get this out of brother's eye. Patiently waiting for me to finish up all of Izzy's morning stuff. So cute. But Izzy's morning routine is almost done. I had to cath him because he did not have a wet diaper on his own. But hence the hair being pulled back. I was getting ready. I cathed him, and then like 2 seconds into the procedure, the catheter shot out and he peed everywhere. So I have some more cleanup to do. And in the meantime of everything else happening, I forgot to be watching his feeds. So now he ran out. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna turn it off for right now. And I'm gonna get a flush of water and I'm gonna flush his line. And then we'll fill it and prime it through later when he's all done. He's almost all done. But after that incident, he needs a bath. His bed needs to be stripped. Got a little bit more work ahead of us.
Wow, I've never seen that flame before. There's a symbol on it. It's the Valkyrie. What were you saying about?
It's like 12:30 now and we have done like nothing today. I know Izzy's routine in the morning took a long time for us to get through it all, and then with the big mess and everything. And Bea built a sweet little tent in the like living room. She was pretending she was camping and she was watching a nature show. And right now she's crafting, and Izzy has a toy he's supposed to be playing with, but it's a sound toy and I don't hear him, which means he's not doing anything. But I have like zero motivation. Like literally zero. Just after this whole week of just, I don't know, just with Bea being sick, and it was just a long week, and so now I just am not feeling motivated to clean and do all the things and keep them entertained. But I don't have a choice, so I might actually have a second cup of coffee. I go a long time without drinking coffee, and I hardly ever have 2 cups in a day, but I might go for it today and see if it helps. All right, kiddos, let's do our craft. Ready to go? Izzy, how you feeling?
Okay.
Oh my goodness, are we ever gonna be done? Doesn't matter, we're grateful, right? Okay, go ahead, empty all that in there. We'll just do that later. Pour the whole thing in there, I think. Let me see. Yep, go ahead. So what we're doing is we're finishing these. You're supposed to like grow your own crystals. Hello, get into focus. There we go. Grow your own crystals. Whatever. There it is. We started this like before Christmas or right after Christmas and still haven't done it. So we're doing it today, right? All right, let's add some hot water to it. Watch out. Hot, hot, hot. Yep. Whoa. 1. This is not even a liquid measuring cup. Way to go, Mom. Way to go. Whoa, watch out. Okay.
Okay, start.
Ah. Okay, hold on. Hold on here, bud. All right, come on. Head up. Here we go.
Head up. Let's just go inside.
Are you sleeping with your eyes open, mister? Huh? I like how gently you did that. Okay, one more. It's fine, it's all the way in. All right, let's go help Pepper. She is so persnickety, but I appreciate it. She won't get up on the couch because she knows that Vea's stuff is here. Actually, that's not Vea's book, that's Izzy's book. This is another project I have going on here. I wanted to get a shade from Reuse It and like rip it apart and make like a DIY shade for these lamps. The lamps that I really wanted, go ahead, Pepper. The lamps that I really wanted were like $99 each. And I was like, I can't do that. So my dad actually found these lamps at Kmart because they were closing. 2 lamps for 15 bucks. And they match the handles and the appliances in the kitchen, which is right behind us. And next month, you will not have to see that anymore. And hopefully we'll have blinds instead of these curtains as well. Up next, for our next craft, oh honey, you're getting your hair in your hot chocolate. But we were working on softening this up to use it, filling some nail holes. But also, we're a little on behind, Bea, on our project for church for a week of, what do they call it? Church-wide fast for this week. So this is to make those like circles, a chain. There we go, there's the word. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Mommy's brain is tired. I think it's a little overwhelmed by all the things. All the things. But honestly, all the things, I mean, I have dishes to do, obviously, but like I said earlier, I don't like to spend all my time that I have with the kids just working on cleaning and stuff, so I will get to them. But like a lot of these things are just because we don't have a pantry yet. It's still just an empty box in the wall. So there's really only so many places I can go with things. But after living in a construction zone this long, you think I would be construction zone. That's not really the right words. What do we call this, Faye? I don't know. It's not really a construction zone, but we've been working on the house for so long. A work in progress. Thank you. Living in a work in progress. You think I would get used to just having things everywhere, but every now and then it becomes very mentally taxing. That's where I am right now. Anyways, back to the craft at hand. Working on our church project. I got a little distracted, and instead of doing our church project, we cleaned off the kids' bench and took down the wreath that I've had there forever that I actually made from our own grapevine and just added something to the shelf. Now, if this was gonna be permanent, I would definitely add more to it or not have it quite like that, but but because I know that we're going to have it painted soon, which also, I don't know what color I'm gonna do on that wall yet. Anyways, because we're gonna have it painted soon, I didn't want to put too many holes in the wall, so I used the existing hole and then just made one little hole, and so that's why it's that way. All right, now we gotta figure out why. The dogs are at the door. Figure out why this is giving us a flow error. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. It's all right. It'll stop hurting in a minute. All right, so what we do to flush this tube, we clamp. This part is, this is the extension that's connected to his feeding button, like the button that goes actually inside of him. And then this is connected to his bag. So what we're gonna do is first I clamp, like a pinch off a part here, and then I wind it up against so that way there's nothing can go through here and nothing can get past here. So we're not pushing back into the bag, make sure it goes inside of the extension. And we do that because we've had too many times where we try to flush this tube, but it's backed up, so it actually pushes back through instead of going the direction we want it. So now that we've put the syringe into the tube, into the port, we unclamp that side, and I keep this side pinched as tight as I can, and we're just gonna push some water through. And you can do one hard push, you can do several small, like pulsing pushes. And then I'm gonna hold it for a second, make sure there's nothing pushing back out, and then clamp it. I'm actually gonna do a second flush.
What?
So do the same thing, I pinch it here. The bag, the pump itself is on hold, so I'm gonna pinch it here, wind it up against, open the port, unclamp it. It has a pretty good resistance on there, which is not what we would like. I don't know if you saw some of the water squirt back out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna open the Coke. I'm actually gonna do a Coke flush instead of just a water flush. going to go back here over to the bag, see if I can show you guys this. Whoa, sorry. Hold on, let me turn you around so I don't forget, because, you know, I'm easily distracted. We can press this resume in 30 minutes. So worst case scenario, if I forget to hit the run button when we're done after 5 minutes, if I forget to hit this button, it's gonna at least start running again in 30 minutes. So this is his rate. He runs at 77 mLs per hour, which is not a very fast rate. And then if you need to calculate, like if you need to know how much he's getting in 24 hours, that you could watch this amount here. Okay, I think that's enough imagination for the tree. Now, close your eyes and picture that same tree in the cold, cold winter. Now what do you see?
Polar bear, another snake.
Cover your mouth, please.
And a skunk.
There's still the skunk in the winter?
Yes.
Are you sure?
No birds.
No more birds. What about the green leaves you saw? Do you still see those?
Nope.
Hmm.
Oh, I see snow.
What about your
Ow!
What about your swing set? Do you see your swing set?
No.
Um,
No! Wait.
What else do you see? Walking with food. That's
A
good.
bird. I'm on bird. Whee!
Okay. Did you know that God wants us to stay confident all year long, no matter what we're going through? If you're sad, mad, happy, tired, or overwhelmed, God wants us to stay healthy and have a heart that is healthy. Okay, your activity. We can do lots of things to keep our heart healthy and our leaves green. Draw yourself on the chain link, doing something to make your heart healthy. A few examples might be praying to Jesus, going to church, reading your Bible, or worshiping through song, like the music we had on earlier. You have a cucumber seed on your chin. What'd you think, bud? I guess that Coke worked. This pump is running. And we almost got a smile. Can you show our friends your smile, Izzy? Whoops. Can you show them your smile? He loves to have his head rubbed. Turn your head just a little bit. There we go. You want a smile? No. Oh, all right. All right. You just do not feel like holding your head up today. Actually, it's been like all week. You don't want to hold your head up. Oh, very nice. And back down. And up.
This.
And down. You're so handsome. You're doing such hard work, buddy.
There and.
Oh, are you singing here? Very nice. Worshipping. Can you show me, or can you sing me a worship song?
Wherever you lead me, I'm gonna follow. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. When life gets crazy, well and amazing, I'm trusting you, God. You are good.
So Izzy's gonna have some downtime in his bed. And we've just recently started using his bed for downtime only because he's getting so big and so long, it's really hard to pick him up off the floor. So we're working on getting a hoist so we can put him back on his mats on the floor. But for now, we've just been using his bed to save my back and the nurses' backs. It's not the weight. I mean, he's only 50 pounds. It's just because he's so long, it makes it hard to get him up off the floor. So anyways, we're going to do relaxing time in his bed, and I asked him if he wanted the bed or the floor because I can still do it, and he said he wanted his bed. So we're going to work on some stim time for his mouth, and Bay is in here coloring as well, and she was just singing a beautiful song. But I wanted to show you guys how awesome he can do with his mouth. Hold on, let me turn this back on. It's hard to do with one hand. Okay, I'm sure you can hear it. It's vibrating. Here it comes, Izzy. You don't want to do it. You can close his mouth around it when he has something vibrating like this. You're being such a stinker. All right, maybe we'll try again later. We just finished dinner. Now we're having a little family movie night. We just changed Izzy, so he's on the floor for just a minute on his mats. I'm gonna snuggle him in just a little bit, but I want to clean up from dinner first. I don't think I've ever seen the original Mary Poppins. Have you? I don't know if you can really see or hear them. Hi, Maya. But it was so cute. I was doing the dishes and I heard Izzy making his noises and I heard Bay making the noises. Then I looked over and she's repeating back to him the sounds that he makes, which is what we're supposed to do when he's making his noises. We're supposed to make them back so he can hear how they sound from somebody else, like mimicking, and teaches him that he should mimic as well. And so I quick tried to capture a video of it, but I have no idea if you guys could hear it. But I was so proud of her for nobody asked her to do that. She did it all on her own because she's an awesome sister. And now she's super awesome because she's gonna help me wash dishes.
No.
It's okay. I also wanted to show you that I did get the kitchen cleaned up. The dishes are done. Looks so much better than it did this morning. The fort's still over there, and I left Izzy's chair up here for tonight, but that's fine. And you know what? There's something I just really like about the way that wall looks with the plants of amaryllis. Kind of looks like a snake plant right now while it's not blooming. And then the chalkboard. It's much more my style than the wreath was. I really liked the wreath because it was something I made with our grapevine, but this is much more boho, which is more my style. But, you know, like I said before, I wouldn't leave it like that if it wasn't gonna be painted soon. I just don't want to put any more holes on the wall until I really know what I want to put up there. I would definitely add to it, if just a little bit. I'm like a boho minimalist, if that's a thing. Like, I don't like too much going on, but I do like it to be heavy in texture and feelings. Heavy in texture, and I think texture is just the word I want. I don't know. But yeah, boho is more boho minimalist. If it's not a thing, I'm making it a thing. So it might not look that cute in the video, but in person, I think it looks really nice. A lot nicer than it did before. Maybe just because it's something fresh and different, but I think it looks nicer. Not sure what the wreath was. This is the wreath. It's pretty big. And it was never fully decorated. I would just stick faux stems in it for each season, so I could change them out. I'm a very indecisive person. I like to be able to rotate things and change them in and out. But this is the wreath I made with our own grapevine. I made 3 or 4 of them. And I had planned to do that every year, and it just is not something that's ever happened again. I love all the shadows on the wall. We could have like a shadow puppet thing going on. We have little marks up in the ceiling where we think we want to put lights. By marks, I mean Post-it notes. But we're not sure where exactly we want to put the recessed lighting. So, you know, we better hurry up and decide before he comes and paints. I guess it really doesn't matter. We could do it after he paints, but it might be nice to just have it done beforehand so we don't mess it up, mess up any of the painting. But the beam being wrapped looks so nice. Just in case you're wondering about a snow update, snow is still here. They were predicting it was going to be warm enough for it to all be gone by now. I don't know if you can hear it, but it has turned to freezing rain. See that shininess on the hand railing? That's all ice, baby. All ice. So there's a thin sheet of ice on top of all the snow. But it is up to 32 degrees now, so it might continue to get warm overnight. I don't know, not a weatherman, not good at these predictions. But look at the little feet and handprints in the snow. They was here. Happy Sunday morning, friends. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. John and I just traded places because we didn't have a nurse last night. We also will not have a nurse this coming night, which that is a little unusual and it's totally fine. But I would have liked to have gotten up earlier to trade places to make sure John gets more sleep because we're going to do it again this coming night, Sunday night, the next night that's coming. But the dogs just went outside to go to the bathroom because somebody's up. That means they have to be up, right? Hopefully Izzy will keep sleeping a little bit longer. Vay will get up anywhere between 6 and 7:30. We'll see how that goes. And this is the whole reason my parents started taking her to their church, and now that's her home church, is these nights when we don't have nurses. Saturday night's like the hardest night to fill, and we went, I don't know, at least a year longer without a Saturday night nurse, which means she wasn't getting to go to Sunday school because we'd be trading off who was up and who was sleeping. And yeah, so they started taking her so she could still get some socialization at church. And there's just something good about being involved in a church community, especially for kids. And there's a lot of kids from her school that go to that church too. So she really, really likes being there. Yeah, I'm still in the same shirt that I was in yesterday. That's the nice thing about big comfy t-shirts, especially when you don't go anywhere. You can sleep in it. I'm gonna go hang out in Izzy's room with him, keep an eye on him, and hopefully John will sleep for a couple hours. And yeah, get Vay ready for church and send her off. There is still snow outside. It is up to 35.5 degrees. 35 degrees. And I think it's switched over to rain now. But I'm not sure how the roads look. I guess maybe she won't be going to church. I don't know. Oy. Maybe I should have looked in the mirror first. I'm hoping to actually go get my nails done today. I have not had like fingernails done since I was pregnant with Vaya, and before that was my wedding. And before that was prom. The only 3 times in my life. And the only reason I got them done when I was pregnant with Vaya was it was a treat, and my friend was getting married and Izzy was in her wedding, so I went and got my nails done then. But I just need a little pick-me-up after the last, I don't know, 5 weeks of everybody being sick. So my nails are driving me crazy. And so I texted my friend, I was like, what you doing? So hopefully we're gonna go get our nails done today. I usually just get a pedicure done if I do get my nails done because it lasts longer than my fingernails and I'm frugal like that. But I just feel like I need to do something. And since tattoos are too expensive and I can't get any more of my ears pierced without my body rejecting it, then it looks like nails it is. But I think you hear the dogs back at the door, so better go let them in. I'm just trying to record for you guys what we do overnight with Izzy. I don't think it translated very well in the video, but what we normally do is we just lay down in his room on the floor and then we just listen for him. So we can doze in and out of sleep, but I heard him wrestling and then his heart rate would go up to 100, so I get up and make sure that he was positioned okay. So that's what I'm just trying to show you guys. I guess he was just stretching. His heart rate's back down. So now I lay back down on the floor and wait and see if he does
is better. I like 95 and above is okay with me. I prefer 97, but he might just have his head tucked. So if he goes down again, then I'll go check and see what position his head is in. But if I check too often, I'm just gonna wake him up. It's walking that fine line between knowing if I'm, checking on him and making sure he's okay, but also not waking him up for no reason. And for any of you that are unfamiliar, this top red number is his oxygen, and the bottom green number is his heart rate. And these are telling you how well it's getting a read. You want this side to stay all the way to the very top, so it's missing one bar, and this side needs to track all the way up as well to tell you that you're getting a good read and that the sensor's properly attached. I don't know if you guys can even hear me whispering or not. I guess I'll find out when I edit all the videos together.
Let's try that again. The big puffy snowy clouds over the snowy valley. So today could get very interesting, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go get my nails done, which is fine. I was just looking forward to some time with my mommy friend without any kids along. I have been with the kids for 24/7 since, I don't remember, last Friday? No. Yes. Other than this past Friday, when Vaya was at school and I ran some errands. Other than that, been 24/7 because she slept in my bed since she was sick, which is totally fine. Just after so many days of that, sometimes we just need a minute to ourselves. Just a little bit. I thought I heard a car coming, so I went to the window so I could watch the car go down the road, but I don't see anything. Oh. I don't know. But I thought I would mention why I haven't gone outside to take care of the driveway yet. And just something, if you're not used to living this life, it might seem strange. I'm sitting behind the curtain. Why you wouldn't just go outside and take care of it while the kids are sleeping. Well, for one, you can't leave Izzy. You can't be out of earshot of him, because if he would, because of his floppy airway, he is a high risk for choking, aspiration, also just positional asphyxia. Like if he puts his head down too far, now he has a CPAP on right now, so it shouldn't happen. He shouldn't be able to positionally close off his airway. However, it's still possible because his floppy airway, he can get his CPAP mask off. Somebody just woke up. So just think about if you couldn't do it with a newborn, we can't do it with Izzy. You can't leave the newborn and go outside and shovel. We can't leave Izzy and go outside and take care of the snow. Look outside. The snow did not go away like they thought it might. I think it is starting to melt just a little bit. Do you look right where the footprints are? It's a little melty. I see some ice breaking up over on the corner of the deck. I don't think I can get it that way. What do you think? Can you say good morning? Good morning. Are you hungry? You hungry? Yeah? Let's get my breakfast. And the final result of the crystals. Well, no, this isn't a final result. We just took the crystals out of the jar that we were making yesterday. You can see some of them have some tall crystals growing, but now they have to dry. Okay, Izzy, it's time to get up. Good morning, buddy. Good morning. Let's put your head up where it belongs. Good morning. Oh, yeah. Let's check your bag. Ooh, that's good timing. We have enough left for about an hour. We took a stretch. I know I look amazing, don't be jealous. But we decided not to go, to church this morning. The driveway is like a sheet of ice. Everything else is melting. But I want to get some of this ice off because John wants to make some ice cream today with his ice cream maker and his book that he got for Christmas on making ice cream. So I want to get some of this off, and then where's my camera? Over here. There we go. Alright, well, the shoveling is not going well, so everything else is melting rapidly. So I'm just gonna put salt down and hope that it works. John and Bay left for the grocery store to get the supplies he needs to make some ice cream and whatever he feels like cooking today. Sundays is always a wild card when it comes to what we'll be eating. It's kind of our Sunday fun day, if you will. It's where John likes to experiment with trying new recipes or just making a good old favorite dish that he likes. So I have no idea what he's making today. He couldn't decide either. So it'll be interesting to see what he comes home from the store with. What do you think, buddy? So we're just holding the fort down over here. Yeah? Ooh, where you going? Where you going, huh? I should go put away all those dishes from last night. So that way when John gets home, there's room to cook and make ice cream. But it's so much more fun laying here on the floor with Izzy. Are you trying to grab a hold of my shirt? Yeah? See, even he wants me to stay here and not do the dishes. So, what'd you get? What did you decide on?
I'm making you the good old-fashioned Lancaster County goulash.
Yay!
And fat-free blueberry frozen yogurt.
That'll be fun.
Don't know if it'll taste good,
It's one way to find out.
but at least it gives me a reason to make a mess.
So what you doing?
Measuring. I don't know how all this is going to fit in there.
Are you sure we have the right size blender?
Probably not.
The fridge is soon gonna yell at you.
It's just another thing that's going to yell at me in this house.
Like your son over there?
Oh, mommy does it.
I do not.
I'm mixing blackberries and blueberries.
And that's the yogurt in there.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. You are gonna see why I get so frustrated with this blender.
Please.
Just like all electrical things that don't work well for me, they work perfectly fine for you. And it's not the operator.
Because I'm a good person.
I don't even know what to say back to that. You like it? Yeah? There, my face. Yeah, it's good.
It looks like there's something missing. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, what? Oh yeah,
What's
good?
wrong with that? It's amazing. Of course, I made it.
Fridge door is open. Matt, close it. Good job, Aya.
Now do your job and clean up.
How you feeling? Are you still sleepy? Yeah. Aw. Oh my goodness. I laid down for a little and I was like out. Goodness. That to me is like a luxury, taking a nap. I usually don't take naps. But honestly, to me, a nap is hard for me to do. I feel like you shouldn't sleep when the sun's up. You should be getting stuff done. And I know other people like to take naps, and that's awesome. Good for them. But for me, it's very hard for me to like stop and rest. So that feels like $1 million. Nails did not happen today. It just didn't happen, and that's okay. There's always never. I had a feeling it was a big lofty dream, and I totally could have just gone out and done it, but it just didn't work out well for it to be done today. So like I said, it's not like something I need to be doing. It's been years and years and years, and that's totally fine. So let's go see what the rest of the family's doing.
Hello, babies.
Oh my goodness, I was gone for like, I honestly don't even know. An hour, maybe 2 hours? You guys like haven't seen me all day. Oh yeah, I love you so much. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, somebody's got an angry spot. Hi, boo boo.
I'm here.
Thank you for letting me sleep.
No problem.
How's the football game?
Good.
What?
I have a new favorite on YouTube.
Oh boy. Is this a proof show?
Yes.
Okay.
It was with Carmen Clear.
Oh, we love those guinea pigs.
We have the finished ice cream here, frozen yogurt, and we just found out that, well, everybody says that you can't use non-fat yogurt. They say you need full-fat dairy, but the consistency, I would say, looks pretty dang good. And I think everybody likes it. What do you think? Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
And what do we put in? We put in blackberries and blueberries, a little bit of sugar, and non-fat yogurt.
And we made it in.
Oh, you want to go show them what we made it in? And we brought it out here, and we did it in an old-fashioned ice cream maker.
7 o'clock now, and I just carried Izzy back to his room, and I'm gonna put him to bed. Vaya's watching the American Girl doll show, and unfortunately, Izzy's not had any wet diapers in the last 8 hours, so he was cathed this morning, hasn't had any wet diapers on his own since then, so now it's time to cath him again, and I'm trying not to be too disappointed about it because we've gone through this so many times and there's nothing we can do about it. It's not in anybody's control. It's not something he's choosing to do. So, I mean, we tried all of our regular tricks and nothing worked. So I just have to buck up and do it. He's also really chunky. So he's got like a lot of congestion going on. And he's kind of grumpy. Why are you smashing your face? Huh? You're so grumpy. Let's see if we can't get him settled and sleeping. Okay, books are read, teeth are brushed, humidifier's going. You have your glow stick? Crack it. Go ahead.
No, I want the lights on.
You want the lights off? Daddy, would you do the honors? help?
Yes.
Okay. Here, give it to Daddy.
Aren't they hard?
They are hard. Now you get to shake it up. All right. Say good, baby. I love you.
Fire.
Good.